St. Catherine's Boys. Fade in. Exterior, Lower East Side, New York streets, day. Super. 16 years ago. People line the streets. At the end of the street stands an imposing, regal, Gothic building with a sign that reads, St. Catherine's Residential Home. Interior, St. Catherine's Residential Home. Office, day. Gino Fabrizi, 20s, street tough, jaw clenched every moment he's alive, holds an infant boy in his arms. He caresses the baby's cheek with one finger. Gino sits in an office in front of a desk. Across from him sits an African-American priest, Father Brown, 20s, who slowly types on an old typewriter. He pulls the paper out and hands it to Gino.
Okay, sign at the bottom.
The top of the document reads, Final Placement Authorization. The next line reads, Child's name. Under that, Edward Fabrizi, 10 months old. Gino doesn't sign it.
Last name's wrong. Should be Milanese.
Come on, Gino, he's your son. At least give him your damn name. Donna's gone.
Gino continues to caress the baby's cheek.
He's better off with her name, Phil. I at least owe her that.
Brown takes the document, and with a bottle of whiteout, covers Gino's last name and makes a change. He hands it back to Gino, who signs it. Gino gets up and hands the baby to Brown.
Just make sure he's raised right.
Brown shakes his hand. Both of them have a SC tattoo on their hands.
You have my word.
Exterior, Lower East Side, night. The street is deserted. Mid-sized apartment buildings with different retail stores on the first floor of each building. On the corner, a bar. The Echo has its front lights on. Interior, the Echo, bar area, night. A few customers sit inside. Gino sits alone, drinking shots of bourbon. He motions to Kevin, 20s, tending bar, to hit him again. Kevin leans over the bar.
That's it, Gino. I'll pour you some coffee, then I'm driving you home.
Gino stares at his reflection in the mirror, which covers the wall behind the bar, for a long moment.
I wasn't asking, Kev.
I'm calling it a night. I should have done it an hour ago.
I need one more.
Kevin puts his hand on Gino's arm and points to a picture of Gino, Kevin, and a beautiful young woman sitting in a boat out on the water. All three are laughing.
She's watching both of us right now, and she'd kick my ass if I didn't take you home.
Gino looks at the picture for a moment. He then nods in agreement and motions for a coffee cup. Frank Calunia, 20s, a huge man with a face like pulverized steak, enters and holds the door open for a short, well-built, and imposing man. Anthony Oliva, 50s. Oliva walks through the bar and enters an office located in the back. Frank leans on the bar and takes out a clear bag of cocaine, sticks his pinky in the bag, and snorts. Gino takes one last look at the picture, stands with shaky legs, and nods to Kevin.
I gotta take a piss.
Gino makes his way to the restroom. As he gets close, he bumps into Frank, knocking his coke bag to the floor. Frank and Gino look down at the powder on the floor.
Sorry, Frank. My bad.
You fucking kidding me, Fabrizi?
Gino doesn't respond. As he opens the bathroom door, Frank's hand clamps down on his arm.
Hey, asswipe. You just cost me a fucking K and alls I get is a fucking sorry.
Gino looks at the hand on his arm, then up at Frank.
How about next time you follow the house rules and keep that shit out of this place, yeah?
Frank tightens his grip on Gino's arm. Eye contact.
Not today, Frank.
What? We all gotta walk on eggshells 'cause Donna finally lost out to cancer? Fuck that. Now go over there and sweep up the floor before Mr. Olivia sees it. You can leave the $1,000 on the bar.
In one swift motion, Gino headbutts Frank. Crack! Then grabs Frank's hand and snaps it back. Frank howls in pain. Him by his hair and drags him to the spot on the floor where the cocaine is. He slams Frank's face into it, then kicks him several times in the stomach. He grabs Frank's bloody face, white powder covering his nose and lips, and stares into his eyes.
You ever say her name again, I'll take you apart piece by piece and send them to your fucking mother.
Fuck you and that dead bitch.
Gino starts the beating again.
Enough!
Gino punches and kicks Frank again. He then turns to see Olivia standing in front of his office door.
What part of enough didn't you understand? Inside. Now.
Gino looks at Kevin, who mouths, "Stay cool." Interior, Olivia's office, night. Interior, Olivia's office, night. At his desk, Olivia stares at Gino sitting in the chair opposite him, wiping blood off his knuckles with a napkin. Dean, 50s, tall and thin, sits in the corner.
This has been a hard few months for you. I know. We understand it. But this destructiveness ends now.
My apologies. I shouldn't have put my hands on Frank.
Olivia shrugs slightly.
I heard you dropped the kid off at St. Catherine's this morning.
Gino doesn't respond. Olivia looks to Dean, who gives Olivia a brief nod.
Listen, Gino. You're the best shooter I ever had. You got brains, skills, and something I wish more of the people who work for me had. An unwavering commitment to the organization.
Thank you.
But you need to leave.
Confused, Gino looks at Olivia and then Dean.
You've broken organization rules by going up against not just one of my capos in public, but now Frank, whether the bastard deserved it or not.
Dean leans forward.
One of our friends in the Midwest needs someone with your skills and has asked for our help specifically. We've accepted their request.
How long?
Until our friend feels he doesn't need you anymore.
Gino takes it in and stands. The others do as well.